Meanwhile, as intriguing as that Tigerton Park is, it's a difficult sell, this clash at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea taking on Palace.
London derby. Come on, there's your selling point.
What?
I think there's.
Go on, Dan, sell it.
I'm not. No. Don't bother selling it because I'm not buying it.
Right.
But there's two managers here that are. I'm not going to say. Well, could you say close?
Well, Roy Hodgson's in trouble. He's in hot water.
Yeah, Roy Hodgson is pretty close.
Yeah,
I would imagine. And they've not been in great form. Yeah, they nicked a point at the Etihad, certainly against the run of play for sure. But how many bad performances can Pochettino continue to oversee? Now, particularly with the strength of the opposition, I don't know how. When we talk about Ten Hag and Eddie Howe maybe under a bit of pressure and all this sort of scenario, how long can Pochettino hide behind the recruitment and the ownership and everything behind the club until somebody says, well, give us something tangible about what we're seeing on the field, particularly playing against the likes of Wolves. And, you know, we saw them at Newcastle recently get pummeled. And you know, we know Newcastle are certainly a long way from the best and have been for quite some weeks. So, Crystal Palace...
What do you think is going to happen? What's your prediction for this?
Well, Palace are going to sit in, for sure. 100%.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I mean, I'll go for a narrow Chelsea win. But, you know...
They love it, don't they, Jules? The great cliche. What a great advert this is for the Premier League. This one, you expect not so much.
Yeah, not so much. I agree with Craig's analysis, really. This Chelsea team that has a lot of issues, really, and we don't have the time to go through them again. We'll probably do that tomorrow on the show, but they have issues, even with Nkunku coming back, and we saw what he could bring against Ward for that short amount of time. Sterling is suspended, Palmer is suspended for the game tomorrow. So Pochettino, again, will have to rethink and have a new front line, if you want, whether it's a 4 or 3, doesn't matter so much. But you'll have to rethink all of that. It's tough for them. And for Palace, I don't even know why Roy Hodgson came back in the first place last season. I'm not a fan, as you know. I think they've struggled. I think they've been pretty disappointing so far this season. So I'll go with Craig. A narrow Chelsea win, but it's not going to be pretty.
Oh dear, this feels a bit negative.
It's really a lack of foresight, isn't it, Crystal Palace? You know, with all respect to Roy Hodgson...
Oh, he kept them up, didn't he?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, but it's a lack of foresight. He comes back in, he keeps them up after a disappointing Patrick Vieira side that couldn't buy a goal. They score all these goals, and they did. All of a sudden, they looked exciting, and they went to Crystal Palace. Oh, this is the way forward again. I mean, it just, honestly, you talk about no vision for the future. That's Crystal Palace.
Let's go to former Chelsea man, Frank. You can be quick if you like, Frank.
Or frozen.
Oh, yes. 1-0. Yeah, Nkunku goal. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Think about the other game.
Perfect. Au revoir.
2-0 Chelsea.
Perfect. Thank you very much.